Alright, y'all, it's part 3 of the logos in our lives. Revelation 18:4, the call to come out of her, my people, to sanctify yourselves, set ourselves, me also, apart from the world. Be that wise, unspotted virgin, the lamp lit and full, ready for our Messiah. And this next one, these ones have been shocking. Let's wait till you get a load of this one about the pentagram. Now you've heard about that. The five-pointed star used by witches, Wiccans, white witches, dark witches, Satanists, whether it's right side up or upside down. It is witchcraft, it is demonic, it is abomination, and it is all around us. So the pentagram, sometimes known as the pentalpha, pentangle or star pentagram, is a regular five-pointed star polygon formed from the diagonal line segments of a convex, or simple or non-self intersecting regular pentagon. Drawing a circle around the 5 points creates a similar symbol referred to as the pentacle, which is used widely by Wiccans in paganism or as a sign of life and connections. The word pentagram refers only to the five-pointed star, not the surrounding circle of a pentacle. And just in case you wonder where what a pentagram is, five-pointed star, that's the five-pointed star. And sure, maybe now you're starting to recall some things that have that in it. It says early pentagrams have been found on Sumerian pottery from Ur circa 35 BCE, 3500 BCE, and the five-pointed star was at various times the symbol of Ishtar or Marduk, Baal, Nimrod, Satan. So it was the symbol of Ishtar or Marduk. Pentagram symbols from about 5,000 years ago were found in the Leizhou culture of China. The pentagram was used in ancient times as in the Renaissance and also in the mid-19th century. A further distinction had developed amongst occultists regarding the pentagram's orientation. With a single point upwards, it is depicted spirit presiding over the four elements of matter: earth, wind, water, fire. And I just want to get that right. Oh yes, spirit, air, water, earth, and fire. So that on the 5 points, on the northern point or on the top, is that spirit over the air, over water, over earth, over fire. Presiding over those four elements of matter was essentially good. However, the influential but controversial writer Eliphas Levi, known for believing that magic was a real science, had called it evil whenever the symbol appeared the other way up. And as we're coming to know really science is magic, magic is science. And they would use these symbols to spellcast and to be able to affect the world. They had these symbols and these rituals and these spells had power. They weren't just mythical things. And so, of course, you turn that star upside down, you get the satanic dark side of it. Either way, it's magic. Either way, it's occultic and it's satanic and an abomination. So a reverse pentagram with 2 points projecting upward is a symbol of evil and attracts sinister forces because it overturns the proper order of things and demonstrates the triumph of matter over spirit. It is the goat of lust attacking the heavens with his horns, a sign execrated by initiates. The flaming star, which when turned upside down is the hieroglyphic sign of the goat of black magic, whose head may have been drawn in the star, the 2 horns at the top, the ears to the right and left, the beard at the bottom. It is a sign of antagonism and fatality. It is the goat of lust attracting the heavens with its horns, attacking the heavens with its horns. Let us keep the figure of the 5-pointed star always upright, with the topmost triangle pointing to heaven, for it is the seat of wisdom, and if the figure is reversed, perversion and evil will be the result. But as we know, seen and know, either way, we don't want to be dealing with it, to be around it. The occultist and magician Eliphas Levi's pentagram, which he considered to be a symbol of the microcosm or human, the atropotic use of the pentagram symbol in German folklore, called Judenfuss in German, is referred to by Goethe in Faust, written in 1808, where a pentagram prevents Mephistopheles from leaving a room, but did not prevent him from entering the same way as outward pointing corner. The diagram happened to be imperfectly drawn. And again, Eastern culture had the same thing. That's because Satan doesn't discriminate. He's over the whole world, over all the countries. The whole world is under his authority, and his symbols are found throughout every culture, east or west. Based on the Renaissance era occultism, the pentagram found its way into the symbolism of modern occultists. Its major use is a continuation of the ancient Babylonian use of the pentagram as an atrophic charm to protect against evil forces. Eliphas Levi claimed that the pentagram expresses the mind's domination over the elements and is by the sign that we bind the demons of the air, the spirits of fire, the specters of water, the ghosts of the earth. And of course, this practice and this religion also became a centerpiece of the Druids also. So that this is sounding familiar, the Druids practiced this also, over trapping and controlling the spirits of the air, fire, water, earth, the beggarly elements. See, that's what it's talking about in Galatians, Galatians, is how they were going back to the beggarly elements, because the Galatians were the Gauls and migrated to England and were known as the Druids. So they were practicing this witchcraft of air, water, fire, and earth, the beggarly elements. It says, in this spirit, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn developed the first use of the pentagram in the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, which is still used to this day by those who practice Golden Dawn type magic. Aleister Crowley, one of the most evil and wicked men to ever live, to ever exist, made use of the pentagram in his thelemic system of magic, which was also called sex magic, which was, this guy was disgusting. An adverse or inverted pentagram represented, in Aleister Crowley's thelemic system of magic, the descent of spirit into matter. According to the interpretation of Lon Milo Duquette, Crowley contradicted his old comrades in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn who followed Levi, considered this orientation of the symbol evil and associated with the triumph of matter over spirit. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is going to be surprising, but maybe not if you already know that they are a cult anyways, an occult. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is theorized to have begun using both upright and inverted five-pointed stars in temple architecture, dating from the Nuevo Illinois Temple, dedicated on the 30th April 1846. Other temples decorated with the five-pointed stars in both orientations include the Salt Lake Temple and the Logan, Utah Temple. These usages came from the symbolism found in Revelation chapter 12. And here it shows a couple of depictions, I guess, that were found, or that can be found in old Mormon writings, and I guess even on their couple of the original temples there. Because of a perceived association with Satanism and occultism, many United States schools in the late 1990s sought to prevent students from displaying the pentagram on clothing and jewelry, and unfortunately that is returned in full force. So as we've seen the Wiccan symbols, the witchcraft symbols, then that is of course the satanic symbols, inverted upside down. The inverted pentagram is the symbol used for Satanism, sometimes depicted with the goat's head of Baphomet within it, which originated from the Church of Satan. In some depictions, the devil is depicted like Baphomet, as a goat. Therefore, the goat and the goat's head is a significant symbol throughout Satanism. The pentagram is also used as the logo for the Satanic Temple, which also featured a depiction of Baphomet's head. The sigil of Baphomet is also adopted by the Joy of Satan Ministries, who insisted in corporate cuneiform script according to the earliest use of the pentagram in Sumeria. You remember that the article started out saying that the early depictions were found in Sumerian culture, and were the symbols of Ishtar, who was Semiramis, and Marduk, who was Baal. The five-pointed star is a symbol of the Seer religion and the Seer people, also of Africa. It's found in Judaism. Also, in our modern time, these pagan, occultic, and demonic symbols are used on the flags of different countries. So that's the Morocco flag. Second one was Ethiopian's flag. The Order of the Eastern Star, which is the women's Freemason club, has the inverted, and so does this other flag of Hekburgistan. I don't know where that country is. Oh, and Dutch. The Dutch city of Hekburgistan has the inverted satanic pentagram on theirs. So does the Japanese city of Nagasaki. And where else can this occult, pagan, and demonic symbol be found? How about on your favorite sports shoes? Perhaps on your favorite sports team? Maybe on your heroes? Wow, look at that. That's like uh, triple witchcraft there. So on his chest, on his shield with the circle. Yes, the American flag has 50 of the demonic stars on it. So here you go. In full force right there, Captain Miracle, Captain Witchcraft, Captain Occultism, Captain Pagan, Captain Demonic. Yes, unfortunately, some things that are portrayed as good end up not being good at all. And as you've seen with your special or your, well, this guy was my favorite too. So I'm just, you know what? You know what I've found out? You know what I've seen from my favorite brands, from um, my flag that used to mean so much to me, and favorite sports teams, etc., etc., have all have this demonic, occult, pagan sign symbol of witchcraft on them, in them, and maybe can explain why I have certain things going on in my life and certain hindrances, and sometimes I'm stuck in the mud spiritually. But I have noticed that as I have been separating myself from these things and have not made an effort not to wear these things, not to buy things with these symbols on them and these logos, and not to give them any reverence, and not to have them around me, that, you know, that I have noticed a difference. So I am on this journey with you. I want to be sanctified. I want to be right before the Almighty when He comes. I want to be unspotted from the world. I don't want to have these attachments on me, these these ties. I don't these tethers. Now I want to break them all, rebuke them. In the name of Jesus Christ, Yahushua Mashiach, and the holy shed blood, cleansing, purifying myself, and rebuking these things in His name, and then making an effort to remain clean, to remain one of the wise, pure virgins, having that unspotted garment and that lamp lit and ready, and to show myself approved. So let's continue in this process of sanctification. We are to be the set apart saints, the elect, and we are not to be partaking in the things of this world and having, especially the things of this world that have these symbols and these spirits attached to them, part of our lives. Our elders, spiritual leaders, have failed us. And maybe it's even a case of the blind leading the blind. But this is that age of information that we are to know, we can know our enemy and know the truth of this world, and that the depths the web perhaps of paganism that is around us, that is even may even be on us, and but we can now see and know, turn from it, rebuke it, and continue on to purify ourselves more and more. We must be ready. Time is short, and we want to not be left behind. Hallelujah.